Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to maybe a toy hunting video. Yeah, this will be a little bit different because I'm not hunting for vintage toys. For a change, I want to go into a toy store because I think there are two dolls that I want to buy. If you're new to my channel, I'm actually collecting vintage toys. You see it, there are Barbies behind me from the 80s and 90s. There are My Little Ponies from the 80s, stuff like that. I actually not really gravitate towards modern toys. But if you watched one of my last Barbie unboxings, I had a modern Barbie in there. And there's also some other modern things that I'm interested in. So let's see if I'm able to get them. I have already two other more modern toys, and I might make either them if I cannot really find a way to film there, then it will just be this whole kind of video thing. I'm not doing like really in-depth reviews of all of those or whatever, but it would be fine for me to show them all in one video. It's different toy lines. At first we are going to IKEA today, but this has something to do with, you know, new shelves that I want to get. I'm not gonna show you that because, like, I don't know, not that interesting to go through IKEA. But if I am able to film in the toy store, why not show you what's up there? And otherwise I will show you what new toys I have, and maybe in another video or in this one I will kind of unbox them. In case you are interested, my outfit is just black and white today. And I am wearing my new favorite boots. Found them at the flea market. The video is probably not out yet, but preview one of my coolest flea market finds. And yeah, just black and white Star Wars. So there we are actually at Smith Toys, and I immediately bumped into the section that was the reason for coming. Yeah, the Rainbow High, Shadow High dolls. I was super curious to see them all in person. I mean, I've been to toy stores before, but never really had such a close look at them, and there were so many. So the section of this brand was huge there. I was really impressed. So I just had a look at all of the ones that were there. But I actually came for two specific ones. No, not this one, but she's really cute. Isn't that one from the song, what is it called? Rainbow Vision? No, but here we are getting closer to the reason why I came. Yeah, the the wave 2 of the Shadow High dolls. This one I did not want to get. Then I saw another one. Gosh, they have colorful, like really like fantasy colored skin, and I'm like head over heels. They are very cool. This is one that I wanted, and I just set her aside already in my basket. Before I actually realized that there are more of her. It's not just like one per doll, there's like multiples. So yeah, that's the other one I was looking for, and really happy that both were there, both were available. And actually of this one, so the green skinned one, I think her name is Zoe, they had like tons of her, like really. So like, yeah, I set her aside already, but then I realized, well, there's so many, I can really pick and choose which is the best one. And then I also wanted to have a look at all of the others, so it was like, I was a little bit overwhelmed. I mean, look, until the brim, there's so many of her, like rows and rows. There were at least 10, I guess, or I don't know, even more. So try to zoom in for you, but like, you know, not my typical thing to hunt for, but it's nice for a change, right? So it was really, really interesting for me to be in one of those big toy stores again. I usually don't go to them. So then I put the camera on one of the shelves and kept on looking which is the best one, because yeah, I know that people are doing that. Which is the best face? Is there any like errors in the painting or something? But like, yeah, I'm not really like experienced in that, so I tried to see, but like they kind of look all the same to me. I think that's the best one. At least I hope that's the best one. Yeah, and I kept on looking also at some of the other ones, but I was like 100% sure I would just get these two. By the way, they don't have the boy here. Very pretty. I totally understand why they are so popular. They are something special, and MGA is knocking it out of the park at the moment with all of their doll lines. Yeah, this is actually one that I think looks super cute. I don't know, the whole vibe of her, I think her name is Delilah if I remember correctly, but yeah, I cannot like start collecting them. I chose two that I really wanted, but it's so fun to stroll through this big toy store and have a look at them. Some of them, I mean most of them I've just seen here and there in a couple of YouTube videos. I'm also not even following like people that are mostly into the modern stuff. I just here and there happen to like watch some of the videos, and I'm really interested, but it has always been enough for me to just see them here or there. I never was like tempted to get any until now. Big variety there. I mean, I don't know how other stores or in the US the stores are like, but yeah, they even still had some of the, you know, there are the junior high ones, or these are a couple of the ones from the costume ball still there. So really, really cool. Then I noticed they do have shoe packs, like single shoe or accessory packs. I'm really wondering why they're not doing more like separate fashion packs. I mean, a lot of the dolls come with two or like with a different, like a specific other outfit. The ones I picked up now don't. But I don't know, maybe just selling the dolls makes them more money, makes bigger margin than when they would do like separate fashion packs. That's the only reason why I can think of why they're not doing fashion packs. Yeah, I also went over to the LOL OMG section because I also think those are really, really fun. And a couple of the newer ones, so no, this not, but like these color changing ones. So the colors, I mean, they are very, very adorable. I actually kind of even prefer the faces of the LOL OMGs over the rainbow high, shadow high ones. But there has never been like one release that I was like, oh my goodness, I need them. They had also here a couple of the like exclusive ones still, a couple of older ones, some really new ones. A lot of them that I've never even seen because I'm not really, like, I don't know any, like all of them or whatever. This, I think, is one of the OMG Fierce, so they have a little bit of a different body. I don't know, their face is not my favorite. Ah yeah, the Nanana Surprise. This is a line I'm not into. Like, I would never get any of those. I kind of don't really like the plush body. I know these mini ones are not plush. So they are cute, but like, I mean, in general, you know, I'm more into vintage. But if you compare like LOL OMG, Nanana, and Rainbow High, I like don't, I would not get any Nanana Surprise. she looks also super adorable. I mean, all the ones which have the super, you know, pastel colors are really my thing. But it's okay. It's enough for me to just have a look. Yeah. Then I went to the Polly Pocket section. You know, I also here and there pick up a couple of modern Polly Pockets. This is a very cute one. It's a very special one. It's a baby kangaroo themed one because it has like 2 compacts in one. But other than this one, there were not really any of the more newer ones that I would be interested in. I also had a couple of the older ones, like this big unicorn piñata, or, I mean, yeah, a couple of the newer ones as well, but none of them that really spoke to me that I would want. So, actually kind of happy because it's enough money that I was spending that day. There are all the cute Sylvanian families, which are absolutely not my thing, but they are adorable. So here you have a close look at them. And then the My Little Pony section, which is really, really disappointing. Seriously. I mean, My Little Pony is not putting out a lot of toys to begin with that I would be interested in, but this section was like super boring. A couple of the like big ones that are like, you know, moving or whatever. A couple of the smaller ones that are like action figures. Like absolutely nothing of interest for me. And it's the same thing all over again. They're just putting out the main characters. Boring. Oh yeah, I think this toy line is pretty popular, the Magic Mixies. So they are kind of, you know, they have an electronic feature and then it reveals with, you know, some fog, like a little like plushie in those like cauldrons. Yeah, I don't know, it's very gimmicky, but I had no idea that this toy line is actually bigger than just this one thing. There's like blind bag things and small and bigger, like whatever cauldrons. So then I went over to the Barbie aisle. And yeah, I mean, substantial, a lot of dolls, but mostly there were fashionistas, there were a couple of color reveal. There's the Barbie extra car. These are the kind of like Totally Hair remakes. I mean, then they don't look like anything like the original Totally Hair. They kind of just reused the name to show, hi, this is a hair play doll. They're okay, but like, yeah, the section there was rather uninteresting for me. No Barbie extra, just the car. You saw the car, but no Barbie extra whatsoever because Barbie Extra is kind of the only Barbie line that I'm a little bit interested. The cutie reveal ones, I mean, they had a tropical set there. They're also okay. I mean, it's a very interesting idea to have these fursuits for the Barbies. I was hoping to see some of the new My First Barbies, the one in a bigger scale, but they just had this kind of a play set to them. So I would have loved to see them like in person. Instead, they had this other super huge Barbie I've never seen in this scale, and it's really more like geared towards like children, all the Barbies that I had. A couple of fashion pieces. You know, I love Barbie fashion, so I was interested like what do they actually have nowadays in terms of Barbie fashion. They have these little Ziploc bags, which is cool because you can reuse the packaging. That's a very nice idea. But other than that, they are kind of boring. I mean, at least there are fashion packs available for Barbie, but none of them that I would consider buying. I mean, the ones I liked more were the ones with the more pieces in it. So these are like the little bit cheaper ones, and this is the ones which have like maybe you can make 2 outfits out of it. There was one, this one with the sunflowers. That's cute, not gonna lie. and they are all very, very like casual, the pieces. I mean, yeah, if you consider this casual, if you have this huge butterfly on your chest or on your dress, but you know, compared to what Barbie used to be in my era, very glamorous, even before my era, so the 80s and early 90s, very, very glamorous, that's totally gone. There's nothing of that left. This looks also cute, like a picnic outfit, but like for, I don't know, 15 euro or what it is, I rather buy a huge lot of vintage Barbie clothes, yeah. But it was interesting to see that they are still available. Yeah, and of course, I also had a look in the, you know, boys' toys section, as heading straight to Star Wars, because, you know, I'm a Star Wars fan, and I do collect the 3 3/4 inch, so the smaller scale Star Wars figures. And not only vintage, but also like new, and especially if there are other like newer characters, I would be willing to pick them up. But not a lot of them were really speaking to me. Either the figures didn't look very good, or I didn't really need the characters. But I had a lot of cool Mandalorian looking, not Mandalorian looking, they are Mandalorians. Mandalorian characters that were cool looking, that's what I wanted to say. So I wanted to pick some up because some of them were like a really, really reduced price. But I was not very impressed. I don't collect the 6-inch ones like these anymore. They also just had Leia and Omega, so kind of a small selection. But you know, you can never go wrong with a cool looking Mandalorian character, and a couple of them were like discounted already. Then I head over to the He-Man section. And you know, He-Man has like 3 different toy lines on the market right now. The Origins one, these ones that look like a little bit or a lot like the vintage ones. Then they have a kiddie line for the CGI Netflix show, and they have a kind of a more collector line, these ones, so the Master Wars, which are really detailed action figures. And this one looked pretty cool. I like the He-Man and Masters of the Universe stuff, especially because of the vintage ones, so the only ones that I would pick up would be from the Origins line. They had a couple there. Not a huge selection. I was actually considering if there's a character that I like, that's cool looking, I might get it. And I was surprised that they still had the Scareglow from the Masterverse line there. Scareglow in the vintage line is a really expensive character, so I figured the Masterverse version would also be more like thought after, but was still there. Yeah, these are the kiddie ones, so to say, and these are the, you know, vintage style ones. But the selection was like boring to me, so nothing stood out. But kind of cool to see that a toy line from the early 80s has kind of such a big presence nowadays in the toy stores. So I'm back home. You saw it, as I said, I did not film at IKEA. We spent quite a long time, but I found what I wanted. I can just quickly show you these huge like single like boards for along the wall. They're called Luck, and then I have 2 more of these, you know, thingies where I can put in Barbie clothes, which I already have a couple of them, but they will go under my table or desk or whatever. No, it's more like a table. I bought stuff like that, but yeah, I also found the new toys that I wanted, and I just want to quickly go through them before, like probably in the next video, I want to unbox them and get into a little bit detail about them. And also the reason why I all of a sudden also buy a couple of new toys, which is not all of a sudden. I always buy a couple of like things when I think they are really cool, because I kind of want to like support the new toys that I think are good out there. So and when I think they kind of fit into my collections. And I have several reasons for sometimes also picking up a new toy. I want to get into that in the next video. I have this big Disney bag here, which there's nothing Disney in there, but I also put in the items that I bought already somewhere else. One of them is this Barbie extra. Yeah, I was actually pretty surprised they did not have any Barbie extra at Smith Toys Superstores. By the way, these are the toy stores here in Germany and I think a couple of other European countries that completely took over all of the locations from Toys R Us a couple of years ago. So we still have these big toy stores. They're just not called Toys R Us, they're called Smith Toys Superstores. You saw they had a quite okay sized Barbie like row, but no Barbie extra at all, which I was like, really? It was kind of strange. But luckily I did not go there for Barbie extra because I bought this one already online. You know, in one of my last Barbie unboxings I showed you the Barbie extra fancy, the pink girl, the blonde with the pink pretty elegant, you know, little bit leathery material, because I thought she's really iconic. I wanted her, and like then she was released. She is a normal Barbie extra, number 19 it says here at the top, and I don't know, I really liked her. I think she's really opposite to the other one, and yeah, I mean glare to the max here, but I mean, the coolest feature are her shoes. She has these huge platform boots. At the back you can see her probably better. And I think she's just a super good contrast in terms of color. She's still pink, but she is, all in all, her whole like look is a different style. And then obviously she's dark hair and everything, so she will be a good contrast to the other new Barbie extra, the sort of new doll that I have. So that's why I wanted her. I bought her online, and quite happy because no Barbie extras at all in the big toy store. I don't know, just cutie reveal. This was the only thing, and these normal other Barbies. The other thing that I bought beginning of last week, actually just in my what is it called? McGuides. Similar to Action. A lot of people also always say go to Action. There's also a lot of reduced toys because this is like a store for like reduced stuff that's not the newest anymore, but they actually had Masters of the Universe Origins there. A couple of these deluxe figures. I think they also had Ram Man, Clam Champ. Did they have another one? And Mosquito. And what should I say? I actually just have a couple of original Masters of the Universe. I think they just look crazy. They are just like super interesting and they're so full of toy history. I cannot resist them. And this is one of the figures where I was like, I will never have that one in like the vintage one. Let's get the Master of the Universe Origins. So this is like a reproduction. A little bit with a different spin, but it's almost a reproduction. So, and this one, like it's a deluxe figure, comes with separate other accessories, like exchangeable fist and head and etc. So I think it was €10 or €10.99. Like, yeah. I'm really happy. I was surprised that Mosquito was there. So this one, so we've got a girl thing, a boy thing, if you want to still call it like that. Oh yeah, here's also my IKEA stuff. Also some, you know, bed sheets and da-da-da, nice colors. Got that. Oh yeah, no, that's IKEA stuff. And cork boards for my Disney pins. No, but there, yeah, I mean, you saw it. I got myself, and probably nobody would have expected that from me, 2 of the new Shadow High dolls. Shadow High belongs to Rainbow High. It's kind of a sub-line, but they are the same kind of dolls. I just have one Rainbow High that I got at the flea market. Not the biggest fan of her because like I kind of ruined her hair while boil washing it, which I shouldn't have done. And also she just has a like mushed together outfit, which is really not that good. So she's there, she's okay, but like, And then I saw pictures of these and I knew like, I don't know, I kind of need them. So they are just, they just released, I think, the beginning of January in the US. I was like, we'll take a couple of months until they are here. And it's actually just 1 month later, it's beginning of February, and they are here in Germany. Not seen them online at all yet for like sale, but Smith Toys superstores have them. So I got this one, and why did I get her? I mean, I will get into that, but she's essentially an alien. She's got green skin and she's so special and unique. What's actually her name? Zoe Electra, that's her name. And no, I will not out of a sudden become a Rainbow High collector. But like, oh wow. Actually, all of this line looks amazing. I was surprised they did not have the boy, because there's also a boy doll. I think he's called Rex, which I can remember. Rex, it's kind of, I don't know, a lot of people or things are called Rex. Captain Rex, Clone Wars, Star Wars, or I don't know. And yeah, what's her name? Monique Verbena. Monique Verbena, okay. And I mean, she's got purple skin and micro braids. I'm not even sure if I want to put them maybe even with my Star Wars stuff because they're so alien-like. Love colored skin. Like I always cosplay the Star Wars characters with, you know, crazy skin colors. Green, orange, whatever you want. Like, here's the back. This also is an amazing character from this line because she's totally based on Karl Lagerfeld. Even these boxes are like crazy. And I was searching a while between them. They had so many of her. I think they had over 10 of her. But I was searching if there's any differences in the faces because I know people do that. They are collecting them because they say a couple of them have wonky faces or they have like smushed eyeliner or whatsoever. I couldn't see any difference. They all look the same to me, to be honest. I just chose the one that had the best like tails, twin tails on top. Some of them were a little bit asymmetric. That's the only thing I chose, but kind of I needed them. I don't know. And I also bought 2 Star Wars things and I was like, okay, when I'm already there and I see a couple of them and a couple of these smaller ones were reduced price, I actually took 2 Mandalorian figures. One of them is the retro collection, so that means not only are they in the size and look, the card back looks like the vintage ones, they also just have the 5 points of articulation. They really look like as if they could have been in the old vintage Star Wars line. Bo-Katan in this case. And I just think Mandalorians, like, they just look good in any ways. And I took another Mandalorian, which is not from that line. This is just the normal, it's called like vintage collection because they're also on the cards, but they have like modern articulation. So I can definitely compare them articulation wise, like do I like the old style better or whatever, and that's it. So the next video, definitely I will have them all unboxed or unbox them in the video, I'm not sure. Probably I will have them all unboxed and go, as I said, a little bit into detail why I want sometimes new toys, why am I actually not really into like reproductions normally, but sometimes I am. So like, yeah. if you're interested in all of that and want to have a closer look at the dolls, the new dolls, maybe I do also a comparison. I don't know, Barbie, old Barbie, new Barbie, whatsoever. Then stick around for the next video. This was a little bit of a different thing for me today. By the way, the people in the Smith Toys were super okay with me filming there. There was even one that was like rummaging there and filling the shelves with toys, and he was like, yeah, no problem here. I'm just like want to put Darth Vader's lightsaber in there. Yeah, no problem, blah blah. So they saw that I was filming and they were totally okay. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, good to know. Not sure if this is in every store of them, but like, so I was like a little bit like sick. I'm not sure, but no, they didn't care at all. So thanks a lot for watching this strange video, and see you in the next one. Thank you so much. See you real soon. May the toys be with you.